Yo, my boy, Asta goes in, my boy. Let's go! Yo, what is going on, my husbandos and waifus? My name is HERMSAUR, and welcome to another review of Black Clover. I believe this is episode number 5, The Path of the Wizard King. Now, this episode is the aftermath of the Magic Knight exam. I believe that's what it's called. We see people get rejected. We see fights. We see Yuno destroy a noble. Salem, who is, I put here, he is a wealthy cuck. We see, like, in this world, we see how the nobles, the wealthy people, definitely disrespect the lower class, the people from the boonies. Even people of the middle class disrespect people from the boonies, poor people, which is kind of messed up. I would never want to live in a world like this. This is the first, not the first, but one of the first few animes where I was like, man, I kind of hate this world. I never get tired of seeing Asta beat up his first opponent because I just love seeing people who talk crap get destroyed. You know what they say? Talk shit, get hit. That is a perfect example. Seeing Asta put the smack down. We also see Yuno, despite him having the 4-leaf clover, people are still doubting his ability just because he's from the boonies. We see him go against Salem, who is a noble, a rich, wealthy cuck who treats like utter garbage, but gets demolished with one move, which I think it was called the Towering Tornado. Yo, this is freaking wild. It was really cool to see magic versus magic, seeing these people, knights versus knight, magic knights versus magic knights. It's really cool to see fights, and it's like a preview of what's to come, because these are just people who are trying to get into whatever group they want to go in. We see how Yuno is able to join the Golden Dawn, and then we see Asta, he's able to join the Bulls. At first, he wasn't going to be accepted anywhere, but then the leader of the Bulls, I forgot his name, I think it is Yami. Yami wanted to test to see if he has enough guts to stand up against him, because he's like, You said you wanted to be the Wizard King. You want to be on top of all of our power. Now that you're standing in front of me, and he's going like full power. It looks like he's going Super Saiyan purple or something. And he's like, do you still want to be the Wizard King? Asta, of course, his optimism and his strength, he says, yes, doesn't matter how many times I fall, I'm gonna reach the top. And yo, when he said that, it was super hype. This episode is nothing but good vibes around Asta and Yuno. We see how those two are definitely gonna make some major waves into the magic world, and this world in particular. So, like I said, I'm only a anime watcher at this point. Maybe I'll start reading it after the season of Black Clover is done. This episode is a lot faster paced than the previous episodes. We get to see a little bit more. There's slightly bit montages in terms of the fights, but the fights were very action-packed. We got to see a lot. Every piece of this episode had me at the edge of my seat, had me laughing, had me excited. Nothing in this episode was left out. This was a really, really good episode. Excellent episode. Whether if you're a manga reader or an anime watcher, this episode was fantastic. We got to see a lot. We got to see a lot of character, not really character development, but we see more of how Asta's able to show his courage, how he's able to show his persistence. He's going to reach the top. And I love how Yami was telling him, join the Black Bulls and then become the Wizard King. It's like Yami believes in my guy. That is my freaking guy, yo. This episode was great. Like I said, I have no complaints about this episode. The animation was great. The music fit in so well, especially when Yami jumped down from where all of the leaders were at, the commanders. He drops down in his purple power-up, whatever it is, that pressure. It's just, everything fit. Everything fit perfectly. The animation was perfect. I cannot wait for more. And you know, Asta yelled a lot in this episode, but it was bearable. Like, it's like I got used to it after 4 episodes in, or now we're in the 5th episode. So it wasn't as bearable because he actually had purpose to be yelling, versus him going, oh my god! It was him having purpose to yell about something, to prove himself. Everything that he was yelling about was either in a comedic fashion, that he was like amazed by something, like the magic fights, because I was just as amazed as well, and as well as him proving his worth to all of the commanders, and specifically Yami from the Black Bulls. I think that's what they're called. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Like I said, this episode was nothing but goodness to me, and I enjoyed it heavily. Whether if you're a manga reader or an anime watcher, this was fantastic. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming through. Make sure you guys drop a like for me because that would help me a lot. Subscribe for more anime variety content. You know, we're covering Black Clover, we're covering My Hero Academia. We're gonna try. I'm bringing back Food Wars. It's just taking me a bit. I'm just so freaking busy lately. But thank you guys so much for coming through. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.